tuning in to Pilot Cyber Tech Tuesday. In this video, we're going to cover the process of replacing two USB cables to extend the range of the ones currently used in two USB powered hubs. My name is Chris. Let's get started. This is Cable Matters. So over the decades working IT, I've been happy with the results of Cable Matters cables, good quality. And what we're doing here, we have a USB 3 to USB 3 Type A to, and here's what it looks like, Type A to B cable. And this is what they look like on the picture, and this is what it looks like real life, real live. Here we go. So notice it's not the regular standard USB D that you would see that goes into the device normally. And this is the USB A. And this is what we're swapping out, one of the two. So this is USB hub 1. And in the back of it, you notice I have everything powered down because lots of wires. That's another video. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to cleaning up that spaghetti factory. So what we got here is this. I'm disconnecting the back of the USB hub, and this goes into the computer. Let's see. Let's trace it and pull it out. We're gonna swap it. You see what I mean? So whenever you're working with cables, I don't know what it is. They always, yeah, there's a good chance of you disconnecting something that's not supposed to be disconnected, and that almost always happens. Very rarely happens where it doesn't happen. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling on this cable to see which one it is. This is part of the reason. You remember maybe previous videos, you may remember me having problems, USB problems, intermittent. This is why, and this is what this is designed to fix. So you notice, you see how, see if I can get some more light here. You see how stretched this cable is? That's not good. That's gonna fail after a while. This cable here is really stretched to the extreme. But we know that that's USB 1. So I'm disconnecting it. And then I'm going to pull it all the way out. So we started here. Where do we go? Where do we go? What did I leave off there? Here we go. I'm pulling this. Maybe not. I disconnected the wrong one. Yes, I did. Don't matter because they're both going to be disconnected. This is another one. So I know that they was both there. I just disconnected the wrong one. Don't matter because they both have to be disconnected. So I'm pulling this, and this is the cable. And I'm guessing it's about, I'm glad I got the one I got, because I was thinking that it was about 4 feet, but this is about 6 feet, because yeah, it's right just above my head. So there's nothing wrong with this cable. Except that over a period of time of doing what I was doing, let me see if you can see the sign of wear and tear on it. I don't think you can, but nevertheless, shove that aside. And that's USB hub 1. And I'm gonna fish this down. I'm gonna need to lay this down for a moment so that I can use both hands. So here we go. All right. Unrolling the cable, getting it straight. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do before I connect anything is I'm dropping this end. I'm dropping this end down to where it's going to drop down to the back of the computer. Now I should be able to look back here and see it hanging down. And there it is. I don't know if you can see it. You see it moving. There we go. And so I have this, and this is the extra room that he gave me. Look at that. This is 10 feet. This cable here is 10 feet, whereas the other one was only 6 feet. You know, I almost got a 6-foot cable thinking that I had only 3 or 4 feet cable. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna plug this bad boy in. Yes, you see it's labeled. I think I showed that earlier. You see it's USB hub. Okay, so plugging this in. You're not gonna hear an audible tone because the computer is off, recommended. So what this allows me to do is swing this around. Now this, okay, that's not as critical, whatever that is. Just looking at all the cables as I swing it around. What I'm shooting for is a good way that I can swing this around all the way. Cause one of the videos I demonstrate for dusting, I couldn't even really do this. Remember, if you look at my dusting video, I was not able to swing it all the way around to do. I kind of reached back there. I've done it enough to know, but I like this. It's really good to look. That vent right there, I couldn't physically see it. Later on, updating my computer design, to upgrade my frame, I'm gonna have this sitting on top. And this is a hardwood floor, and it picks up dust bunnies. They get sucked in, and you really have to do that. Here's the power supply down low. I tried to get the one, I really prefer the one up high because it sucks up less dust. But I like the design of this case and the fact that you can literally peel this case from around the components inside and really give it a good look at and cleaning. So moving along here, USB 1 plugged in, and this is the one. You see why I dropped it behind the sound, because it makes it a lot easier. Now, I'm gonna lay this down so that I can use both hands again. Plugging this in. Here we go. Plugging this in. Again, you're not going to get an audible tone, but what I'm going to look for when we turn it on is a audible tone and these lights lighting up. Because remember, when it was intermittent before, it would light up and then have moved stuff around and it's not lighting. And that's what I came up with. I actually swapped out the cable with the one that I had earlier. One down, one to go. Got another 10-foot cable. So I extended, basically what I did is I extended that cable by about 4 feet. So that should allow me, well, maybe not put it all the way out, but I could do better on my cleaning and maintaining and just checking stuff out, because there's we're going to get into inspections later on the later video. And we're gonna need to be able to get to some hard to get to components. So here's the labeling for USB hub 2. Yeah, USB hub 2. That's hub 1, and over here is hub 2. Here we go. Yeah, you can see it now. USB hub 2. And I have a permanent label that when I created this, I created one for this also. So, I'll do that later. So I am going to do the same thing here. Drop this USB A side down on the back of the sim disc. Bring this around here where it's just kind of hovering, hanging over. And we're going to look down below and identify it. And we've identified it. It's that one right there that's moving up and down. So I'm going to grab it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is basically I'll gonna use the label maker, and here's how I label my stuff. I use it to label my flight sim stuff. I use this Brother one. This is old, and but it still serves its purpose. And now I'm gonna just turn on the computer, and so that I can verify that everything works and all the devices that are connected. So one of the things, so computer covered up all that, so all the stuff is connected to the USB. So that looks promising so far. So far so good. And I'm gonna actually turn on the computer, make sure I don't get no kind of errors or nothing. I look at things like this. So what normally happens is this should actually light up first. Follow it, and let's see what's going on here. All right, so this is lit up. I'm gonna lay this down so that I can use my hands to type. You know, I'm going to separate that into another video. So what we're looking at here is just to test and check what we did. So what we did here is swapped out the power supply. The power cable for the other eye. Get my brain and my vocal cords to coordinate with one another better. So remember I mentioned the way you can tell if this is working is if the USB ports are lighting up, and they are lighting up. What we had before was intermittent, lit up, and then I replaced the cable. It was a short cable, and today I replaced it with the long one. So turning everything on, we're getting those blue lights like I anticipated. See, blue lights, blue lights, blue lights. That wasn't before. Before that was not consistent. So I'm actually going to do a test flight on another video. If you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those comments. And if you want to be notified of any future videos I come up with, publish, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Chris, Pilot Savvy. Thanks for tuning in. Bye now.